But imagine 100% faith in Acharya and Krishna. Difficult to get, is it not? So that means this movement is growing because they put 100% faith in Prabhupada. It was not just a portion. How many of you are chanting 16 rounds? I have an agenda. So this, whatever today we'll be discussing, one is finding our mission in Guru's mission. And the second portion is, what is that our Guru's, Srila Prabhupada's mission is. So if you don't know what is your mission, and if you don't know your Guru's mission, it will not go together. So all of you know that Srila Prabhupada's mission, but how much really we understand him, what is exactly he wants. So you may do what you want to do. It may be somewhere connected with whatever Prabhupada says a little bit, but is it what Srila Prabhupada wants? So a person, all of you, many of you have lifted your hands, 16 rounds. So 16 rounds means, that means some faith in Prabhupada will be there. Otherwise, one round you will go off. 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds will go off. You will not hang around. 16 rounds means minimum 2 years. Is it not? So 16 rounds means at least 2 to 3 years you will be in ISKCON movement. And that means your faith is slowly maturing. You are hanging around. Now the next thing I'm asking is, how many are initiated? So now it becomes more serious. So when you're taking initiation, that means you're very clear about parampara, you're clear about Bhagavad Gita, you're clear about Bhagavatam. All that is there. You're making progress there. And you will understand Guru is required. I have to take in his Diksha. You take Shiksha, then you come to Diksha. So in this Diksha process, then the Guru asks you, will you help me in my mission, serving Prabhupada's mission? How many of you have gone through that? So now you have to ask your question, how much you are cooperating with the mission. So this is not infatuation. This is a realization, and it should, from realization, it should become revealed inside the heart. So that revealed in the heart, when it reveals, that means you love Prabhupada. You love the mission. You love the work what you do. Love is not part. Love is complete by itself. There is no, I partially love you, I will do this 10% love and all, doesn't work. Love means 100%. There is nothing, because there is, love does not, you don't expect anything back. Niswartha, when you become selfless, you somebody, then you will simply follow what he wants. You will not do anything. So, unless our sadhana bhakti, also when we are practicing, if you do not meditate on what our Guru requires, then there will not be a kind of synchronized progress in your spiritual life. There will be aberrations. These aberrations is external. But internally, we can always be committed to the movement and go out with this. There is no problem. You may be doing your duty, but your mind is always there. How can I serve Srila Prabhupada? It could be mental also. You may not be able to do physically. But even if you're praying that, I want to do for something for Srila Prabhupada. So reading his books, maybe something around the house you speak, that's also okay. There is no, it is not that you have to come and join the temple, no. But when you take initiation, means you have an obligation, whether you're in temple, whether you're in office, whether you are at home, that connection is always there with the parampara. So that should remind us to be with the Guru's mission all the time. It's not selective. It has whatever you are doing. Affection for Srila Prabhupada cannot be superficial. What I speak to Srila Prabhupada, what different. It will be just, it will be from different angles. So one, Shivaram Swami says in his book, Shikshamrita, Shiksha disciples are there, so many gurus are there. But if they are not in tune with Srila Prabhupada, then they will not be doing justice. So he says many of them left and went because they could not fulfill or cooperate with this mission completely because they brought in something else. And he clearly explains that. So when we are taking initiation, that means the first step you already accepted Srila Prabhupada's parampara. Through his books, we understand that you require a guru. And Srila Prabhupada says, I have set standards. These are the gurus where you can approach, but they will be following my instructions. So in case somebody is not following, they will go. So for you to judge somebody is already there. So you don't have to worry. I may be taken, one devotee I met, he had taken initiation from 3 spiritual masters because 3 of them fell off. For known reason. The feeling, I will not go into the details. But they are protected by Krishna even if he falls. But we cannot follow them just because they have given us initiation. So this triangle is always very, very necessary. That's why we have this examination about understanding Srila Prabhupada's IDC course. So in that it highlights that who Srila Prabhupada is. Like Prabhupada, like Ramanuja, like Madhvacharya, all these great acharyas, they are foundational, fundamental teachers for all of us. So anybody teaches anything, you can always correlate whether he is speaking what our Guru is speaking. So our first wedding happens. The first connection happens with Srila Prabhupada through his books. And we are following sincerely Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada says, you please approach a spiritual master, a living spiritual master. What is the difficulty? So, but he clearly says, this is the framework. That guru who is initiating will be licensed by my JBC. So it is very simple. So we don't have to get disturbed. In case that somebody does something and if it is not in tune with Srila Prabhupada, you need not follow. So today, ISKCON branches are coming up. The very reason is Srila Prabhupada's Murti is here, and through his Murti, he is living with us. We are every day doing Guru Puja, and through that, our strength is going on, becomes stronger, increases. In the process, we have our spiritual master who will also bless us. So in this way, we are well protected, not by Diksha Guru only, we have Shiksha Gurus, so many there. And this congregation, for example, each one can support one another if there is some difficulty, and life can go on peacefully. So that is why Srila Prabhupada called, it's a community which we grow. So till a branch gets its full-fledged land, there will be always changes happens, different places. So why I am bringing up this is that we have shifted from many places. But when we get our own land, then the whole thing changes. Right? In the same way, when we are rented houses, so many times we are kicked out of that house for so many reasons. Then you will always desire to have one for ourselves. Nothing wrong in that. So when we have our own house, we are very peaceful. Nobody is going to kick us out other than Maya. Right? So, so this is what it is. In the same way, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Srila Prabhupada's vision that we should have our own communities, our own temples, our own educational institutions, everything he visioned, and it's going on in that direction. So in this progress, this branch of ISKCON, after a period of nearly 12 years. We have got our own land, and their lordship have permanently residing here for as many as years, whether we may live or not, but he will be there. So one devotee was telling me, Shitalangarbu was telling me, your kids will grow, Baba, but these kids will never grow. I was interacting with him that you have already installed the deities and gone. Now it's a great responsibility. He says it is super responsibility. That time he gave example. Your children will grow old, you don't have to bother, but these children will never grow. I mean, it's a very thought-provoking for me how much he could connect and make that into my mind. Yes, it is. I never realized that. So it is, though it was in joke, but it is so serious. So I came today morning and saying, oh, these deities don't grow. They go on giving, and we start growing. That means we should start maturing. So now the reason for us to come together to have an Ishtagoshti, and why I said 16 rounds and initiated, still I have not asked for second initiation. I'll come to that also. I'll come to that also. So for that, so if you don't realize where you are, if you don't know what is your responsibility about our mission, then it becomes little difficult to go forward. Because when we say Bharatavarsha, we Indians, they talk about. India means my motherland, I have a voting rights and so many things are coming up. Is it not? So in the same way, we are ISKCONites. So our duties, our future, and what we have to promote, all aspects of our action plan should be in these missions, our Guru's mission. So if our mission does not go there, then we'll have problem. So it is, I'm not expecting 100% in that okay, tomorrow only everything will happen. No, I'm not talking about that. There are two aspects. One, what we internally behave. So internal aspect, is it not something we do wrong, they will come and correct you. But internally you do, one of you can do 1%, 2%, 5%. That's not, I'm not talking about. But the direction should be correct. Kshayo vriddhischa papamanaha tada tu Bhagavan Isha Atmanam srijate harihi. Anyone can try? Mataji? One kid want to try? Yada, whenever, yada, whenever, he, indeed, dharmasya, of the principle of religion, kshayaha, deterioration, indeed, Bhagavan, he, the Supreme Controller, Atmanam, personally, Srijat, sense, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation and purport. Whenever the principles of religion deteriorate and principles of irreligion increase, the controller, the personality of Godhead, Sri Hari, appears by his own will. Purport. The principles by which an incarnation, okay, kindly repeat. responsibly. Whenever the repetition over? Is it over? Repetition? Okay. Whenever the principle of religion deteriorate and the principle of irreligion, the supreme controller, the personality of Godhead, Sri Hari, appears by his own will, purport, the principles of which the incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead descends upon the earth as explained in this verse. The same principles are also explained in Bhagavad Gita 4.7 by the Lord himself. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is decline in religion practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Very interesting Prabhupada makes in his purport. Okay, listen carefully. In the present age, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement. At the present time, in Kali Yuga, people are extremely sinful and bad. They have no idea of spiritual life and are misusing the benefit of human form of life like cat. Under these circumstances, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has inaugurated this Hare Krishna movement, which is non-different from Krishna, the personality of Godhead. If one associate with this movement, he will directly associate with the Supreme Personality of God. People should take advantage of chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and thus gain relief from the problems created in the age of Kali. If one associates with this movement, he directly associates with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The point Srila Prabhupada is making. So whoever is all over the world, whoever has come to our Hare Krishna movement by chance, that they have not progressed in Krishna consciousness. The fact of the matter is, anybody who is coming into a Hare Krishna movement, gradually they have made progress, they have become extraordinary devotees, including us. We were also a kind of recipients. And when did this Prabhupada write? He wrote so many years back, I don't know which was the date, that he wrote this Bhagavatam purport. So, at least you can say 60, 70 years? Yes. 70 years predicted Prabhupada is writing in his purport that he one won't say. So you pat your back. Oh, I am also one among them. But it's not a matter of pride. But it's a matter of blessings of Krishna. He says, a person who is blessed, he gets the mercy of Guru from Krishna. So this is the point which each one of us have to meditate, because this is beyond our body. You may be having a different, but having connection with Krishna, don't have any tags there. Suppose you like somebody in your heart, nobody can stop you. In the same way, if your heart is wedded to Krishna, you may be wife or husband for so many people. That won't matter. What matters is that in the same way, Srila Prabhupada, it never mattered for him when he lost some children, but the whole number of children in West went on increasing. So these are points which you may know, but how much it registered with your heart is important. The more we connect with Prabhupada that means we will follow the mission. It reminds us of everything, what I can do for Prabhupada, what I can do for his movement. If this consciousness does not go inside us, that means we will be there. We will be in the borderline. We can't make progress. If we don't contribute to your father's expansion, whatever business he is, then what kind of a person we are? So now Srila Prabhupada is talking about, he has created a worldwide mission. So it's not possible, but a few hundreds, thousands have to take it up. And out of that, now 16 round people, many of you have lifted, you are already in the quite soup, quite you are immersed in. So then initiation is next. You have taken second initiation, I said I'll talk about it later. So the point what I am trying to, if we somehow make an attempt to get closer to Srila Prabhupada through his books, through his instructions, through the association of disciples, I will tell you tremendous progress we can do. That is the crux of our progress in spiritual life. Not what we do deity worship, all that. Just till you love your spiritual master, all other thing is superficial. But the same, when you realize Srila Prabhupada in your life, then all your actions will be, you like everything. There is no superficial aspect. That is why the whole part of our philosophy is transmitted through the heart, not through the mind. But unless you shut your heart, you are coming to the Bhagavatam class, you are sitting here. If you shut your brain, nothing happens. But if you shut your heart, then nothing goes inside. Hridaya is very, very important. So first understanding our movement is, this is a movement which speaks to the heart, transmitted to the heart. We relate through the heart. We interact through the heart. Everything is through the heart. The process of heart is that love, which is not adulterated. Adulteration comes from things there. So the progress what Srila Prabhupada says, implicit faith, why in his Guru's instruction he is telling that if one who associates with this movement, he directly associates with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So people should take advantage. That means so many of you, so many of us, so many are yet to come, have to take advantage. So what is that mood? What is that mission of Srila Prabhupada? He says one word, to help you to attain love of God, love of Krishna. So the mission of Srila Prabhupada is only one thing, one tagline. That is, how you can love Krishna. Krishna loves you, there is no doubt about it. But how do you reciprocate? So this is the point Srila Prabhupada is making. So Prabhupada, he continues with this. The mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is to spread this unadulterated. One senior disciple is commenting on this particular purport. He says, this mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is to spread unadulterated teachings of love of Lord Krishna all over the world, so that you and I can lead a Krishna conscious life and ultimately attain love of Krishna. So according to Srila Prabhupada, the purpose of human life, relationship with Krishna and return back to kingdom of God. This is the pinnacle of how we can stop the material suffering. So all of you, us, I have to meditate on this point. Is how to develop relationship. So if you don't have relation with Guru, with Diksha Guru, with our foundation spiritual master, Samsthapak Acharya, then how can we love Krishna? So that's why when temples we go to the temple, just not he will go. But his thought process is, yes, he is God, he accepts him as Krishna, but he thinks Krishna, he will give me something, he will mitigate my suffering, he will go for that. There is nothing wrong in that. But process of Krishna consciousness has an higher understanding. The material problems of life, we have come here to this temple, where to Krishna, to get out of this samsara, which is dukkhali and ashashvatam. So if these things and still we continue material desires coming to ISKCON, so that adulteration has to go. That has to, if it go, that means somewhere or the other we are missing the link. Krishna is, he is the one who knows everybody. He has the responsibility, every jiva. to back to Godhead. He supplies everything to all the people in the whole world. For us, were maybe 2-3 people. Maybe to this country. Maybe to this state. But Krishna is not like that. So we don't have to so much go into, please support my kid, support my country. So all things is not there. That's why Srila Prabhupada is unadulterated, he is talking about. So he was very crystal clear. The first point of Srila Prabhupada's mission is that he loved Krishna, he followed what his Guru Maharaj did, and he never compromised anywhere he went. So, such an Acharya is our lineage. We can be proud of it. What is our legacy? Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Not a cricketing star, not a movie star, nobody else. He is the real movie star, Krishna Bhagavan Swayam. Who can be more, actor than anybody else? Is it not? So these are the points where you have to hit on your head and understand, okay, this is what we are trying to go. It may take some time to go through that process, but you're already around. You already accept as master. You can't have these anarthas and go on telling, okay, tomorrow it will happen, day after tomorrow. It is not a fascination. It can never be on the superficial platform. So that's why Sadhu Sangha is very, very important for us, how to go forward. The most of the spiritual leaders, means to improve the material life. As I explained, anybody who is coming and you go approach a guru, he'll say, okay, give me this, give me that. They will try to help you out. They may have some Shakti. But that's not what Srila Prabhupada is talking. So if we also go and ask Krishna, give me some day-to-day bread. I'm just giving you the example of day-to-day bread. You may have so many other problems. But you may go with that. But if it does not contribute towards your progress in Krishna consciousness, in our parampara, the suffering they embrace. Like Prabhupada, he embraced the suffering. How to go to America? 13 years, he went to different 13 times he went, and the suffering on his body. Sometimes he used to tell his disciples, you please pray for my health. I want to live. My mission is not complete. In the end, my mission is over, now you take over. He's very, very clear. So he knows where to hang up his boots. So in the same, we should know how to hang up our material problems. It will come and go. Attend to it. Rain comes and goes. But becoming perturbed with that, we can't fulfill the mission of Guru. Now your part, the moment we take initiation, that means we have to fulfill the duties of our Guru. What is his mission? Some contribution has to be made toward that direction. If samsara tapatreya, you put it on your hand and you don't allow anybody to remove it, and you continue with that, how will you make progress? Problems will be there for all of us. It's gone eternally for everybody as long as we are here. But problem solver, he is their Lord. They will take care of by this. That connection has to become stronger. Then slowly we will overcome it. There is, because if you are telling, okay, I am a Grahastha, no. All the Varna, Ashrama, all are going to the same line. Whether you are Shudra, or Kshatriya, or Brahmana, or anything, everything is coming to that only, no? Chaturvarna, Maya, Shasta. So you can't include yourself. Is it not? So you are there only. You can't say, no, I am a Kshatriya, I am a Shudra, I don't have to be that. But if you are a Shudra, no problem, come and clean the temple. In that they see Shudras means people who clean the temple. They think like that. But actually that is the most Brahmanical quality. Because cleanliness is the most important thing, in our movement. The 4 principles, 4 pillars of ISKCON is one of that cleanliness. So what is external, what is internal? So that matters. So if you don't clean this heart of anarthas, of me, then progressing spiritual life is impossible. The day you came and took so many people took initiation. Yeah, what is that? It cannot be. It has to be intense love. Okay, now I am taken initiation. I have to fulfill my duties of Guru. Something we do unnaturally, some things we do, like paying taxes, we forcibly. So like many things are there, we are forced to do things, but some things we do voluntarily, and that's what is love which makes the difference. So if you go on like this, how is it? So Prabhupada's ISKCON, before mutual exam begins, it is important that senior devotees ground a newcomer in. So this temple has come up now. Many of you have seen. So don't think it's the responsibility of the temple president or temple commander. All no. Each one is responsible. If you are 16 rounder, you are responsible for 15 rounder. 15 rounder, it is 14 rounder. So it is not this will do, this will no. This is all you have to understand your responsibility. That's why when I said 16 rounds, the first responsibility, take care of 15 rounder, 14 rounder. So it is all connected. Not that, okay, I am done. No, it is. So trying to discuss today is, all of you are committed, all of you are practicing 16 rounds, chanting, sadhana bhakti, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavatam. Then some amount of responsibility is there that you have this mission. Now to see that the new people, now Prabhupada made one big statement. He says, my temples will have everybody inside. So how can it be? So temples are growing, there is no doubt, but it cannot match if you enter. You have to have temples, but you have to make your house also a temple, where many people can come there. So when he said house, that means he is making Krishna's residence. Krishna will go with it. His house will go. So now you are all very responsible people, including myself. Now the agenda should be clear. What is this temple has to deliver to the society? And here one point Krishna is making that. Now Krishna has desired to come and stay here. I don't know what for. Here. It was not in our hand. So his desire was there. The temple, that means but that nearby which is there, that has to go on realization. Why do we have a house near our workshop or things like that? So that you save time. In the same way, we make houses near the temple. Does not matter, we are far, but still we make it. But there are so many houses who are yet to come in. There are 75 houses which are here. You have a great responsibility of making them also devotees and take the Krishna mercy. What is Krishna? Earlier we were a small temple. Okay? So we used to call people and come. Now first we delivered this temple to the public. Do you all know that? This is no more our temple. We are the custodians only. We are responsible for managing this temple. But this temple, you shut the door, they put you behind bars. Because this is meant for public. So anybody will come, darshan, they will honor prasad, but you can't shut your door. You can't stop people from coming inside, but you can stop them from going out. This is a sweet smile he has got. So, first thing is that how do we stop them from going out? So that means a best hospitality, a best restaurant, a best hospital, a best educational institution does this. You go to any educational institutions, they will tell, my education is the best. Because he relates with it. So ISKCON is an educational institution which we all belong to. So any kind of disturbance disturbance, they get it. We are responsible. So we have to become responsible. When opportunities come to us, our responsibility become more naturally. Is it not? When you get a bigger job, then your responsibility is also the same. In the same way, when we have this big temple coming up and so many savers, our responsibility is also going up. Individually don't meditate on this. And a person who comes inside the temple, when he goes back, he says, I want to come back to this temple. Right? So, this is the thing which you all have to meditate. Oh, I have a responsibility. A person is coming. You may be sitting in one corner. Somebody comes. Greatest disservice you will be doing. You should leave your chanting back. Go there. Welcome. So that is our culture. Atiti Devo Bhava. And Vaishnava Atiti, what do you call, post. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, he may become a devotee. Because one day it was just like that. So you have to understand your social responsibility of our mission. When a person comes inside, all of you cannot jump on one person. So there is a way to it. But you should understand, if somebody goes, no problem. It's open. We say 7:30 it opens, 1 o'clock it closes. Then, so these timings are there. So in case you happen to be here doing some service, this is also a great service where you please call them and talk to them, and don't tell them 16 rounds for the problem. That can be later. You can tell them, come have nice Krishna Prasadam, talk to them nicely, develop relationship, build a relation which is based on real heart to heart. Don't make them your disciples. Even gurus don't insist on some things. They also have so much affections. So this is something which always goes in a different track. Somebody new, you want to immediately make him sure he's 16 round, within 3 months he should become, whatever it is, and give him a tagline, and you say, I made him a disciple. No problem, but give 2-3 years time, no. Yes, help a devotee to come to the initiation, but have a strategy. That strategy should be with affection. Your expectations don't work here. Try to work out what is his expectations or her expectations and adjust yourself there. Is not. This is what Prabhupada did. Wherever he went, he adjusted himself, including his food. There was meat in one, in another section. He adjusted, but afterwards he didn't bring the same thing. So our duty is to impart that kind of a love and affection, that difference. These are all things, strategies, which will help that more and more people who come to the temple, they will feel this is not a temple. This is a place of love and affection. Is it not? So these are the opportunity you are now going to get. Just it is open 3 days, and we had a TTD person interviewing. Now he is going to put it everywhere, Karnataka, it will go. They will all hear, okay, and so temple has come up, let us have a look. Just like any new mall comes, new theatre comes, everybody wants to go there. Even ISKCON is so attractive. Oh, new ISKCON has come, they will come. But what is the difference in this ISKCON is that the first time that they come, what is it called as love at first sight, right? Don't make it last sight. So in that way, when a person is feeling, so this kind of an attitude towards the jiva, this is what is compassion about. When you have compassion on somebody, then you would like to do something. But compassion should not be based on external aspect. Compassion is internal aspect. That this body, the jiva, has something. Come and he says, don't worry all about your problem. Come and surrender here, everything will happen. Next day, more problems in his life, he will hit you. Isn't it? Many times we say, you come and surrender to Krishna. It's not going to happen like that. Because we don't know what is the prarabdha karma he has. So, the thing is, enthusiasm is good, but enthusiasm in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, even in the mode of goodness, is detrimental. Shuddha Sattva is what is nothing but following the instruction of Krishna, instruction of Guru. It is not high philosophical presentation we give and make somebody devotee. You cannot make all that. What makes is a beautiful smile when you say, and it touches the heart. Oh, the way they do care. So it is a sadhana bhakti. It is a part of our process of making devotees. It will take time. Any devotee who has to come to the level, minimum requires 5 years to come up to that level. You can go on pushing. He may do 16 rounds, but afterwards he may go down also. But if a person realizes that 16 rounds is a must for me, they will come and you don't have to worry. The thing is, most of the time we take full responsibility of somebody whom you cannot do. Why are we doing that? Why we can do this? So it is very, very, just as much as possible preach that much. They will grow on their own, don't worry. The children which come to our temple are grown-up children. It's not from coming. All the persons in different. Our age does not matter. Even a 70-year-old person who comes, he is a kid for this temple. So you have to look at how we are going to preach to these people. So you have to make this attempt of a person who comes to Krishna consciousness, he is a 5-year-old kid, he may be a 24-year-old person. So that's what happens in Krishna consciousness age. So the social responsibility of you is to make sure a sublime atmosphere is in the temple, because you may temple is there, many other devotees there, and this legacy is that it should be common to everybody. Let's say this Mataji, he gives a good treatment. Next day she doesn't come, somebody else is there. Something else contradictory to that. My God, life is finished. So the common love has to be in that only. It cannot be love Mishra Bhakti. No, love is pure love. The basic how to respect Atiti should be common to everybody. Atiti Narayana Saman. So that basic gender, don't be very eager, but have a role in somebody's life to make. That's what it is. We facilitate. We should not own anybody. A teacher in the school will facilitate first standard, may not go to second standard. Second standard, some other teacher may come. Or let us go by schools. Is it not? If you are studying with me, you be in this school only. You will not be there. The same standard, you can't keep them. Progress. So there are different teachers in our school of thoughts. They may be knowing more. But the common thread line is that humility, that humbleness, that real love for downtrodden who are materialistically suffering. That is the common agenda which we should think on. Any doubt? Any clarification? Say Hari Bol otherwise. I will go further. The mood of and mission of Srila Prabhupada is in the Bhagavad Gita as it is. There are 3 aspects to it. So the 3 aspects will go one by one. In Prabhupada's ISKCON, before spiritual examination begins, it is important that the senior devotees should know how to care the junior persons. In the life of teachings, the mood and the mission of the founder Acharya. Indeed, even when Srila Prabhupada was traveling as a moment of a soul initiator,